Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the Puck and Stuff podcast. I am your host, B-Dawg. Beside me, as always, T-Dawg.
Panthers have won the Stanley Cup.
Yes! Thank the Lord!
Utah, holy moly. Poor Arizona fans. They did need Lindholm. I'm glad I'm not paying that contract.
This core, it hasn't worked. You haven't gone anywhere. Welcome back to the Puck and Stuff podcast. If you already saw the title, you already kind of know what this is about. This is Standing Predictions. We are back at it. When Standing Predictions is on this screen, on YouTube, on whatever platform you're on, that means hockey season is coming up quick. When you see Standing Predictions, when you see all these dumb predictions, hot takes, whatever it is coming out, you know it means hockey season is right around the corner, because guess what? It's probably October by now when you see this, but you know what? It's almost hockey season, boys. You've gotten preseason, you've gotten prospect games out of the way. We are a few steps away. You know who I am. I am B-Dawg, and right beside me, as always, is T-Dawg. T-Dawg, I'm going to let you pick what division you want to start on for Standing Predictions. I'm going to give it all to you.
Give me a number. Between 1 and 4.
2.
Okay, we're starting with the Metropolitan Division. Alrighty. So, my list, go from 8 to 1, and then go from there. Number 8, Pittsburgh Penguins. Number 7, New York Rangers. Number 6, Philly Flyers. Number 5, Islanders. Number 4, Columbus Blue Jackets. Number 3, Washington Capitals. Number 2, New Jersey Devils. Number 1, Carolina Hurricanes.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any teams making playoffs from this on the 4th seed division?
We got top 3. So, Carolina, New Jersey, Washington.
Oh, you think no wild cards from the Metro at all?
Yeah, I mean, you'll kind of see why I'm feeling this with the other part of the East. But I'll quickly get into it. Pittsburgh, look, there's just, I don't know what they're doing, what's their direction. Like we said, like, does Crosby leave? Maybe. New York Rangers, a lot of trades. I don't know, in a weird thing. Hey, but maybe when they get Kaprizov, maybe they'll change. I don't know. Philadelphia Flyers, I think a little bit of an improvement. I think Rick Tocchet having coach is good. I think Dan Vladar ain't a terrible addition to your goaltending tandem. I just feel that Philly is not fully there to really make a good push. Islanders, they're going to get there. I mean, getting players like Matthew Schaefer, stuff like that. Like, I think Islanders are changing themselves, getting faster. That's not going to be this year. Columbus, I think they're close, but it's just you got to pick a couple of other teams that are better, right? Washington, even though Ovechkin is kind of done with the chase of getting the most goals of all time, I still think this team, like you said, has some good young prospects. Alexi Protas being one, Martin Fehervary on the defense, stuff like that. They have some good goalies. I think it'll take a little step back, just a little, because of that lack of motivation with Ovechkin, but I still think that they can have a playoff push. New Jersey, I think as long as they're healthy, I think they'll be a little more consistent. And Carolina, I just think some of their additions, Nick Ehlers being one of them, and Keandre Miller, man, I think Carolina, with those New Jerseys, they're gonna be a stud team. So that's what I think.
All right. So my predictions for the Metro Division. So in the 8th spot, I do also have the Pittsburgh Penguins. And from the 7th spot, I got the New York Islanders. The 6th spot, I got the Philadelphia Flyers. The 5th spot, I got the New York Rangers. The 4th spot, the Washington Capitals. Honestly, I'm at a point where you can maybe mish both of those, switch them back and forth. They're both kind of fighting for that wild card spot. 3rd, I got Columbus Blue Jackets. 2nd, I got the New Jersey Devils. And 1st is the Carolina Hurricanes. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. The top 3 spots. Columbus was my hot take. New Jersey is still a dominant team. If they stay healthy with Jacob Markstrom in net, I think they easy playoffs push. Carolina, with adding Ehlers to a heavy top 6 already, I think it's dangerous and it'll help the team make a deep playoff push. Yes, if you can make it past the conference finals and have fun getting swept by Florida in a conference finals. Congrats. One win.
When did they lose last season?
When?
Yeah, what
Like
round
game
did they
5?
lose? What round did they lose again?
Round 3.
Oh, I was gonna make you do the whole. Okay, never mind.
Sorry. So sorry. No, but
I'm glad your microphone works. That was a great investment.
thank God, right? No, we moved. Keep on the list. Washington at 4th. I think they drop. I don't see them finishing top 3 in the division. New York Rangers, they're on a slump. Maybe the head coaching change could change a lot of things with the Flyers. Dan Vladar is potentially the starter, so good luck to him. Best wishes from the Flames fans. Loved you for a couple of years. Mitchkov better take another big step. The Islanders, I think, are fully committing to a little quick rebuild with their first overall pick and their other draft picks. And then Pittsburgh, going for McKenna. Gonna get him first
what
overall
happens when
from
Lou
us.
Lamoriello is no longer managing a hockey team.
God damn it.
The team already has more promise.
Yeah.
And not even a full season yet. They had with Lou Lamoriello in like 5-7 years.
You can't tell. I'm headbutting my fucking mic hearing
It's
this.
so funny. It's so funny.
All right, well,
man.
should we just stay in the East and take it to the Atlantic?
Yeah, let's do it. I'll go to the Atlantic. Okay, number 1. So my number 8 is the Boston Bruins. Number 7 is the Buffalo Sabres. Aww. Number 6 is the Montreal Canadiens. That sucks. Number 5 is the Detroit Red Wings. Number 4 is the Florida Panthers. Number 3 is the Ottawa Senators. Number 2 is the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Tampa Bay. Okay, bro, I'm cracked out right now. No, Tampa Bay. And then number 1 is the Maple Leafs.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll kind of get into that. So you can do
yeah,
yours and then I'll explain.
The Atlantic Division. At number 8, I have the Boston Bruins as well. At number 7, I have the Detroit Red Wings. I think they take a step down this year. The number 6, I have the Buffalo Sabres. Number 5, I have the Ottawa Senators. Number 4, I have the Montreal Canadiens making playoffs. Number 3, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Number 2, the Florida Panthers. And number 1, Tampa Bay Lightning.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so, 8 Boston. Where's the direction?
Yeah, what do you really have to say?
It's, I mean, even the fact they changed their jerseys proves that it's a new era. Like, you can tell they know. Buffalo, I don't know, bro. I want them to do good, but it's Buffalo.
It's not.
Montreal being 6 really sucks. I had to choose between a couple teams. So, like, if we remember, I chose 3 teams from the Metro to make the playoffs. I mean, there's 5 that make the Atlantic.
Yeah.
But I think it's Detroit's time this year. So I put Detroit 5, Montreal 6. It sucks. I feel like Montreal's probably better than they are last year, but maybe Detroit just tweaks it. I put 4 as Florida. I agree. They'll probably win the Cup this year. But 4, I think they're going to be pretty tired. A lot of their players will be going to the Olympics. I think that's going to affect something. So I'll say number 4 for Florida. And it doesn't matter where they are because they're going to win anyways. Who cares? Number 3 is the Ottawa Senators. I think a little bit of playoff experience. Brady Tkachuk's a great captain. He'll push them forward. Linus Holmberg, I think, will have a very, very, very good. You know what? Heck, I'll say it right now. Linus Holmberg is a Vezina candidate.
Wow. That's that could have been added to hot takes too.
Yeah, it could have. So hopefully that happens. 2 is the Lightning. Still a great team. I think there's no reason that they can't go far.
Exactly.
So I think 2. I say Toronto's 1. Yeah, you lose Marner, but I think having Nick Waugh as depth in center is really good. I think this team's going to start focusing away from, star power, having these elite guys who's trying to shoot everything. I think they're going to play a more defensive, physical game. And I think Berube is going to really push it on them as a coach. And I think GM-wise, decisions will be made by Pizza Man Tree Living to be a little more stronger on the back end. So I think that's what's going to happen, and I think they'll be number 1. I don't think Toronto takes a step back with Marner gone. I really don't. I think they score less goals, but I think they play a different style. I think they start to learn to play a little. I mean, that's what they need to be because I'm telling you, if they can start actually playing Berube hockey to a T, I think you saw it in the first round against Ottawa, right? Yeah, they beat Ottawa at their own game. Ottawa was trying to bully the frick out of him, but Toronto played their game.
Exactly.
So just keep up with that. I think it's going to happen or going to help. Yeah.
No, solid. I think solid list from T-Dawg in the Atlantic over there. Boston at 8 for me makes a lot of sense. Probably one of the second or third weakest teams. I think is finally committing to moving away from the Brad Marchand era and finally tanking a little bit. I think Detroit's going to take a slump this year because just they haven't done anything to surprise me, and I hate it because for the last couple seasons I've always had this debate which one is going to pop out of nowhere. It's either Ottawa or the Red Wings coming from the Atlantic Division, and I always thought I always was back and forth because one year I was like Red Wings, one year Ottawa, one year Red Wings, then Ottawa jumps and makes playoffs, so they've technically got out of a rebuild situation, and the Red Wings haven't. They can't figure out how to do it. And a lot of people are doubting Steve Yzerman so far for this because of it. So I don't think he's a bad GM. It's just, again, it's Detroit. It's a very difficult, it's a different situation than Tampa for sure for him, I bet. So I'm going to put them at low on the list at 7. Buffalo, we all know Buffalo. I don't think they make any new steps this year to make themselves a contender. Number 5, I said Ottawa because I think personally Montreal might take a bigger step than Ottawa this year, especially with Ivan Demidov potentially being there and being a rookie candidate for sure. Toronto 3rd for me, Montreal 4th for me making playoffs. I mean, they look good. They made playoffs last year versus Washington and looked pretty good for their first playoff. I bet the young guys are going to be hungry again to make playoffs again, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happens again. Number 3 is Toronto. I think they take a bit of a misstep without the star power of Mitch Marner. Obviously, from point production on the team compared to how it was last year, but not crazy. Still make playoffs. Number 2 is Florida. I think, like you said, they're going to be tired, especially from just all partying all summer to and eventually Olympics. Especially still Olympics this year, and they're going to be tired, but I still think this is a competitive team all around that they can still manage to handle it and make second in the division. And then Tampa, I think Tampa still looks strong overall when it's healthy, and I think it's still one of the top teams in the division. I think they blow past all of these teams to make first in the Atlantic. It's a safe pick.
Yeah,
onto the West.
Honestly, no, I like how you say that. I mean, like, I do, I feel the team's going to be better without Marner, which is, I know sounds odd. I just think it'll just force the team to change the way they look at how they, play the game playoffs. And how they do that. Playoffs too, and that's what matters. I
think you'll notice it most in playoffs.
Like, heck, even if they don't even, are a top team, they still squeak in the playoffs. Like, it's these little things that are going to matter that will accumulate that'll help for those 2 months where you're going to battle. Yeah, okay, the West. So let's do Central, I think, and then we can go into our Pacific because that's our
right. We always
home thing. Hold on here. Central, number 8, the Chicago Blackhawks. Oh, I don't care. I don't care. Number 7, the Minnesota Wild. Sucks. Number 6, the Nashville Predators. So the Predators at 6. 5, the Utah, I almost said Jazz, the Mammoth. Winnipeg Jets at 4, St. Louis Blues at 3, Dallas Stars at 2. Number 1 is Colorado Schnappschlants.
Yeah. Okay.
So Chicago, again, it's like, like we said, we see Bedard taking a step forward. Does the team take a step forward? I don't know. They might win a couple more games because of Spencer Knight. Excuse me, by the way. Minnesota, well, we think that Kaprizov's getting traded, so yeah, bye-bye. That sucks for Minnesota. They need to probably retool. Nashville, did they make really any changes? Like, I didn't feel there was anything that to me felt like, something didn't work last year. Do we really need to take the same way? I mean, I love some of their players. Young guys like Luke Evangelista is a great example. I don't know. It's tough. So I don't see him making playoffs. My list got messed up here. Utah being 5. You're right, man. Like, they could be there. They're close, but I don't think they make playoffs. I think Winnipeg is in. Winnipeg takes a step back, but I still see them as a competitive team that, with a nice Hellebuck, probably going to be another Vezina candidate. Heck, I'll say it right now. Allmark, Vasilevsky, and Hellebuck. Those would be your 3 Vezina candidates this year. Oh, no. Binnington instead of Hellebuck. Or no, Binnington instead of Vasilevsky. Binnington instead of Vasilevsky. That's what I'll say.
Oh shit! Okay. You're
Binnington,
committing to that St. Louis
Hellebuck, Allmark. Yeah, I have.
Damn.
But
Okay.
Winnipeg, I like them. I think they'll make playoffs again. I just maybe a lesser regular season. I don't know. I just like I said, I think St. Louis is just going to be number 3. I think they're going to really take off. I just think they're going to have a good hot streak, maybe before the playoffs. Or sorry, before the Olympics, and so maybe that kind of drives them to have like a better overall at the end of the season. Again, I love the team. It's young. It's skilled, it's fast. I think the back end looks really good too. And of course, Binnington, I really think he's going to have a great season. And so that's why I have him at 3. Dallas, no reason why they shouldn't be number 2. You know what I mean? I think Colorado's better, hence why I put him as number 1. But to me, Dallas and Colorado are pretty similar in how they're deep teams. Dallas does have the better goalie, but I just think that Colorado-wise, I mean, you got Cale Makar, Nathan MacKinnon.
And Nathan, yeah, like
I don't know. Like, Mikko Rantanen's a fantastic player, but he's not McKinnon. He's not Cale Makar. So, to me, that's why you have 2 and 1 there. These guys are probably going to meet again, and I'm okay with that. Colorado-Dallas series are freaking fantastic. Those are 2 teams that kill each other. Great hockey to watch. That's my prediction.
All right. Okay, so my prediction for the Central Division, and actually T-Dawg's going to notice we're not far off. My 8th spot for the Central is the Chicago Blackhawks. My 7th spot is the Minnesota Wild. My 6th spot is the Nashville Predators. My 5th spot is the Winnipeg Jets making playoffs.
Oh, okay.
My 4th spot is the Utah Mammoth making playoffs. So that means no one from the Pacific makes playoffs in this wild card. St. Louis as my 3rd spot. Colorado is my 2nd. Dallas is my 1st. I think Dallas wins the division in the Central. Pretty, like I said, I made a hot take saying Bedard gets 100 points in Chicago. That's about it. That's all. That's the biggest improvement in Chicago. Like you said with Minnesota, I think Kaprizov is traded by the deadline, which will cause this team to fall quite a bit and go into a rebuilding kind of phase again with that sad trading. Nashville, they haven't proved much since last season when they acquired the big free agent guys, and I don't think they make much of a step. I think Winnipeg does fall a bit because of the loss of Ehlers. I feel like just them in the second round last year collapsing like that definitely hurts their morale more than you would think. So I think Winnipeg still makes playoffs, but falls down in the division quite a bit. Utah Mammoth, like I said in my hot take, I think this is a strong team that really needs a playoff race right now. They looked hungry. They got finally a mascot, and the Mammoth. I gotta admit, the jersey kind of looks clean, a little bit clean. I like the idea of the Mammoth. Good logo. Good team name. I like it. I think the NHL probably has some of the best logos in all sports, so I'll just throw that out there too. St. Louis as 3rd. I actually made this prediction in my standings before we started talking about it on Hot Takes with T-Dawg, and I thought T-Dawg made a really good point saying St. Louis could be a good team in playoffs, so I thought it was funny that I actually put them 3rd, thinking kind of the same idea. Colorado 2nd, it's Nathan MacKinnon, Cale Makar with a better goalie and decent team overall, so can't really complain. Dallas looks like a little bit of a stronger team on paper, so that's probably why they are number 1 for me, and that's the Central.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I could. I mean, what you're saying. I mean, I could probably switch a couple of these around, but yeah, pretty similar.
Yeah.
But that's what's nice, right? Is like you can see these differences. Like some teams are so close to each other, some aren't. Exactly. You can kind of gauge a little bit. I mean, look, it's hot. The way hockey is, and that's the beauty of the sport is you don't know what's going to happen. But you can tell that some teams have that ability, some don't. Pacific Division. Okay, you'll like this one. Okay. San Jose number 8. Okay. Seattle Kraken. I'm switching this right now, actually. Hold on. San Jose number 8. Vancouver Canucks 7.
What?
Seattle 6.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Damn. You think
Anaheim 5, Flames 4.
Oh.
And guess how many? They make the playoffs because, hey, why not? I don't know. LA 3.
What the
Edmonton
fuck?
2, Vegas won.
Oh, Jesus
So
Christ. Okay. Okay. Vancouver 8, correct?
I'm 7.
Oh,
San Jose 8.
oh, fuck.
Vancouver 7.
Oh, sheesh. You think Vancouver falls off the wheel this year? God damn.
Dude, I'm looking at their line combos and I'm like, okay, look, I like the first line, but like, I don't know. I don't know why I don't. Why don't I trust it?
That's
Why don't I trust it?
crazy to me.
Why don't I trust it? I don't know why I don't trust it. Something tells me it's like the Bruss, Pettersson, Besser first line, second line, Evander Kane, Filipino, Connor Garland, Niels Höglander, Atu Ratu, Kiefer Sherwood, fourth line, Max Sasson, Teddy Blueger, Drew O'Connor. Your defense, the legend himself, Quinn Hughes with Philip Roenick, good line. Then you have Marcus Pettersson and Tyler Myers, pretty darn good. Yeah. Derek Forbort, and then Niels Pettersson, so the DPD as they call him. They call him DPD. Like defensive, but I don't know. Something's telling me that it's not. I don't know. So Seattle. I mean, you can swap them. Anaheim. Why do I think they're going to take a step forward? Is it because they're going to be like not taken seriously? Maybe. Something tells me that Lucas Dostals is going to come out of the woodworks and really prove that he is going to be one of those young goalies, up and coming goalies, and I think that's why.
Okay.
I think I put Calgary at 4, making playoffs, the wild card, because, it's funny. It's like you sign all these guys and you say, okay, we need a couple more years to still retool, and then boom, next thing you know, this team's going to make a playoffs and they're going to make a big stink about it. We're going to lose in the first round, and then we're going to go back and we're going to start signing everyone to bridge deals, and we're going to lose them later, and then we're going to go to the playoffs again, then we're going to lose, and then we're going to do that again, and then we're going to rebuild. So it's going to be the same thing. So that's my prediction.
I knock on wood. Fuck, that sounds too accurate. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. That doesn't sound. That sounds too accurate. Bro, that sounds too accurate. Crazy. Stop it. God damn it. Okay, read your rest. Fuck.
Okay, free LA.
I hate
it pains me to say it, but it's somehow like even Ken Holland signing all these old geezers to like $1 billion contracts, they're still gonna find. Well, they got good goalies. Like LA actually has a good.
Darcy Camper will probably carry their ass again.
Yeah, it's a deep team. So look at that, Edmonton number 2. Guess who they're playing in the first round again? I didn't even mean to do that. I didn't even mean to do that.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I said Edmonton too. I mean, Edmonton could probably be lower because, McDavid will be in the Olympics, so he might be tired. Hyman probably won't be on the team till November. Couple things, right?
Holy shit, dude!
Maybe Mangiapane works. Maybe a player like Isaac Howard comes in and it works. I don't know, but. Because
it usually works out pretty well anyways.
There's no reason Edmonton shouldn't be on a top spot in the Pacific. I don't see why they wouldn't be. Vegas number 1 because we were talking about them previously in their roster. It's disgusting. There's no reason they shouldn't be number 1. I could see them making a good cup run this year. They're just that good.
Pekka Rinne is just doing too good right now.
Vegas is just too good right now.
Yeah. I love our rating tree. Shout out to that guy again. That guy's a legend. But anyways,
Aaron Rodgers is quarterback.
My predictions on the Pacific. At number 8, I have the San Jose Sharks. At number 7, and I hope this happens instead of T-Dawg's bullshit, Calgary at 7th.
Please, actually, I want that. I want Gavin McKenna.
Yeah,
I really want Gavin McKenna. Hey, did you know that I want Gavin McKenna on my hockey team? Okay,
whoa.
Sorry, keep going.
Gavin McKenna on our hockey team? That sounds great. Number 6. Number 6, I got the Anaheim Ducks. At number 5, I got the LA Kings. At number 4, I got the Seattle Kraken. Number 3, I have the Vancouver Canucks. Number 2, I have the Edmonton Oilers. And number 1, I have Vegas. So, San Jose as a bottom feeder makes a lot of sense. Calgary finally falling off the table a bit. Falling to 7th, I think is potentially could happen off of a few scenarios.
Who's getting injured?
Injury year for Wolf or sophomore slump. I think Anderson gets traded. I think a few guys get traded where Morel kind of drops a bit in the locker room. and I think the team finally falls off a cliff a bit. 6 for Anaheim. I think Anaheim finally starts going towards those steps of actually being higher and higher in the standings. Because again, it's a young core. It's a young top 6 that look really good. And same with the defense. I finally think Anaheim's going to finally take the right steps to get out of the rebuild phase. And I think it starts this year for sure. Number 5, I got LA. Kind of like you said, they hired Ken Holland as a GM, and they hired a lot of old heads for players this year in very questionable contracts. So I think they do take a dip this year too. Seattle, I think, is one of those teams that finally takes a big step as well. They got a lot of young players that are finally meshing and getting good chemistry. You brought in some old veteran players like Brandon Montour last year, and I think they could take a big step. Same with the goaltending. Hopefully can. We'll see what happens. Vancouver, I think, takes 3rd in the division. Just FYI, no wild card teams in the Pacific this year. That's all in the Central. I think Vancouver takes a step based off of this scenario of healthy Demko. You have Brock Besser signed long-term, coming back. He looks good. Elias Pettersson comes back a bit. And then Quinn Hughes has like frickin' crazy year where he wins the Norris, potentially.
You know what? Like, no, I wasn't trying to go after Vancouver. I think there's better teams they've had in the past few years. I guess just looking at the roster itself on paper. But you're right though, man. I mean, they still have like Elias Pettersson is an elite player. Quinn Hughes is going to go down as one of the greatest defensemen in our in this generation of hockey.
In this decade.
So there is that still.
Possible.
And right, possible. And as long as Demko doesn't get hurt, he is a great goaltender and he can put up some solid numbers.
Exactly.
And I think people kind of maybe forgot about that because injuries really will do that. And then I don't complain about their backup. It could be a 1A1B situation. Kevin Lankinen, you can put him in games and he will perform to where he needs to be. So
Correct.
I can see that happening.
Yep. I think Vancouver could make it. It's kind of funny because T-Dawg has the Flames making a step up, making playoffs, and Vancouver falling off the wheels, and I have it the complete opposite. So I think that's kind of funny. But no, I think if that scenario happens for Vancouver this year, you could really see them take a turnaround, and this is a year that's needed for that because if Pettersson doesn't step up this season, especially after the JT Miller trade from last year, where people are saying if those two are beefing, if he doesn't step up and change his attitude, people are going to call him out all season long, just being like, "Oh, we should have traded JT Miller. We should have traded you instead of JT Miller." It's going to be that all season. I can feel it right now. So
100%.
Oilers being 2. I mean, I would love if they really want to be true, full, deep finals contenders. I think they need a goalie change and a bit of defense change. But I'm not going to say anymore because I hate that team. So I think Edmonton number 2 makes sense, and then Vegas number 1 makes sense. It's a really top-heavy team. They look good. Mitch Marner as a signing looks pretty solid for now, and I hate it, but I also have to be realistic with these. And that is my standings for the Pacific.
Feels like the teams making the playoff will probably be pretty similar to last season.
Correct.
Couple changes, but you never know, man. That's what I love about the sport is it's so unpredictable, and it's always fun just kind of guessing and stuff. So.
And also, just to kind of throw it back out there, the teams I do have making playoffs is Tampa, Florida, Toronto, Montreal, Carolina, New Jersey, Columbus, Washington from the East. And then from the West, I do have Dallas, Colorado, St. Louis, Utah, and Winnipeg making playoffs. All from the
same. For me on the East, it's Toronto, Tampa Bay, Ottawa, Florida, Detroit, Carolina, New Jersey, Washington, West, Colorado, Dallas, St. Louis, Winnipeg, Vegas, Edmonton, LA, and Calgary. We'll see.
Okay, but
I think true fans genuinely just don't want this team to perform well until like there is some substance there for playoff hockey. But I don't know. Maybe we're just grifters. I don't know.
As a true fan of a team, you just know when you either are vibing with a team well, where it's like, okay, this team should make playoffs, or you're not vibing with a team at all and you don't think, no, this should not be a playoff team. 100%. Yeah. I think that's how it is. So. And hey, that has been standing predictions for this episode. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, comment, and subscribe as always. We love the support you guys give. And what do you think of our standing predictions? What do you think? Drop them in the comments. Are we wrong? Are we so right for once? Like, man can dream. A man can dream.
A man can dream. I mean, hey, yeah, thanks, boys, for watching, listening, however you are consuming this podcast. If you did like it, smash that like button. Question of the day for you guys. Which teams are going to squeak into the playoffs and they're going to be kind of the surprising ones to make it in there? Man, a lot to talk about. Can't wait to record more. This is fun. All right, we'll get at it. All right, boys.
See you in the next one.
Peace.